sweet, merciful crap. We're gonna talk about Star Trek Lower Decks, or
they lowered something.
Lower Decks. Today we're gonna talk about an episode where they bear it all, and space between your legs is the final frontier.
It's a space orgy.
It's a space orgy. Let's talk.
Let's call it like it is.
Let's talk about that. Content warning, trigger warning. You will see naked cartoon people, partially naked cartoon people.
That's not really that's shown.
Butts.
Though. Yeah, that's about it.
Butts. You're gonna see cartoon butts in some of these stills. So just give you a warning. If that's gonna trigger you, you might want to turn us off.
Well, the show already did.
Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, reviews, and rants, guys. Over 236,000 subs.
Woohoo!
Thank you so much for the support. Greatly appreciate it. We do talk about the animation industry, talk about pop culture. Don't talk a lot about Star Trek because I will tell you the truth, after 2 episodes of Picard, I checked out. I'm like, I used to be a huge Trekkie. Huge fan of Star Trek. We used to watch Next Generation all the time.
We did. My dad was a big original Star Trek fan. So when I was a kid, we'd go see all the movies when they come out in the theater. We'd always watch Star Trek because my dad loved it so much. I don't think he would appreciate this.
This is not your dad's Star Trek.
No, which is fine. If it's what you like, that is completely okay. But I have no desire to see this. And I think it's going a little bit too far here. I am
very glad I'm not watching Star Trek anymore. This is the cartoon series Lower Decks.
But why are people so obsessed with cartoons having sex?
I don't know.
Just out of curiosity. Just like between this and kid shows and everything else, it's all about who you're sleeping with. And that's when it goes the way you think it's going to go. And it's always like who's sleeping with whom. It's cartoons doing it all the time. That is, what they're obsessed with. And I have no idea why.
They're cartoons. Anyway, this show I have zero interest in this. This looks like Family Guy. It looks like, which is fine for Family Guy, but not for Star Trek. And apparently it's canon. I have no interest.
Oh my God, they made this canon?
Yeah, I have no interest in watching this show. None. Like I said, as far as new Star Trek is concerned, I didn't watch Discovery. I watched a couple minutes of Discovery. I'm like, this sucks. And then, and plus I looked at the Klingons. I'm like, they look freaking weird.
All I'm thinking is the rumor for Epic Universe at Universal Orlando was it was going to have a Star Trek area.
Oh,
that was
God.
a rumor.
Oh, God.
I don't know if they're going to rethink that now.
Star Trek The Ride takes on a whole new meaning. It's a roller coaster ride with all kinds of diverse species from all over the galaxy. Anyway, yeah, I mean they're focusing on that anyway because the new series coming out, I guess, where they're recasting Kirk, they're gonna focus on his sexcapades a little bit more.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm out. Like, I don't give a shit about Star Trek at this point. This is one of those things where it's better off not. I'm better off not watching it because I know I will get angry. That's kind of what happened to me with Doctor Who too, where I ducked out of, halfway through the 11th season. I dipped out because I'm like, I know I'm just going to get angry. And I came back for the FU retcon and I got angry. So rather than get angry, I got 2 episodes into Picard and I'm like, yep, this is not Next Gen. This is Blade Runner. And I already see where it's going and I'm out. I'm out.
I never was going to watch it, so, I'm not the target audience, I guess, which is fine.
Yeah, well, the target audience for Star Trek now is Tumblr, and Tumblr writes.
No, I say Twitter, because Tumblr writes I went to Twitter.
The same group of people who are obsessed with cartoon sex. That's who I would say Star Trek is for. At this point, I am just completely baffled as to why they thought this was a good idea. Even Cinema Blend is like, what the actual hell is going on? So this is Star Trek Lower Decks, raunchiest moment yet. The internet has thoughts. The Paramount Plus series pushed the envelope with its latest episode, and fans have thoughts. Warning, contains spoilers. The episode's called I Excretus.
Okay, worse could be I Erectus. But then that would be sexist.
So it's I shit? Is that what?
Apparently.
Star shit? Paramount Plus's animated comedy, is that what we're calling it? Star Trek Lower Decks frequently walks the line of absurdity with its episodes, because that's what you want in Star Trek, right?
Absurdity. Well, it kind of, Star Trek could be absurd, but not, their definition of absurd and my definition of absurd are two different things.
So it was only a matter of time before one gag or another caused some controversy.
Oh, it's been causing controversy. People do not like this show. I mean, just because now they don't.
Some people do.
Yeah, that's fine if you do. But here's the thing. It's been causing controversy for a while. It's just that now they want to talk about it because something maybe they have a problem with.
I guess an orgy sequence will be the one to do that sort of thing, cause controversy with some of the franchise fans up in arms on both sides of the coin after the latest episode delivered the series' raunchiest scene yet. In Excretus. I'm sorry. Is it Excretus or Excretus?
I don't know.
I'm going to go with Excretus.
Excretus is funnier.
Excretus is funnier. The senior and junior officers swap roles temporarily in holographic simulations. Mariner failed her first two attempts and then deliberately failed her final one while inside a simulated version where a giant orgy is happening in the mess hall. The scene wasn't as sexually graphic as the setup sounds, but fans...
Oh, really? Yeah, not at all. I'm not getting that from these images at all, you know?
So it was a simulation. Fans did get to see members of Starfleet Command in compromising positions, which led to some outrage from fans like this one. Sorry, but I still have enough self-respect left to not watch Star Trek Lower Decks, even for research. So can anyone tell me what the context is behind the images? Is it artistically justifiable? Or has Mike McMahon, TM, just left his knob out and turned Trek into cartoon porn?
I mean, even for the story, it's like, why would you go that far? Look what he's holding. And I gotta tell you too, it's all, you know, it's
These are the Voyagers.
And what gets me is, don't you know it? They make it out like, okay, it's basically LGBTQ stuff. So they're fetishizing it. And they're basically acting like, you know, don't you know that if you those people like to do it with everyone? That's basically the implication. And they're fetishizing it. Why else is he holding that by that guy's ass?
Now they're talking about, you know, the original series episode, Next Gen episode, Naked Time and Naked Now, which they did do. It wasn't quite this.
Yeah, there was a difference.
Graphic. I don't remember. I mean, even Data got laid in that one. I don't remember them having leashes involved in it.
I mean, they're not wrong. They did this stuff before, but it's just like, come on.
Even the cat's getting some. Whoa! See, this is the money shot right here. At least they put a box. I hope they put a box over it. I hope that was actually in the show and not just something that they put. Yep. Yeah.
I'm out.
You're shaping your. Yeah. Yeah. I would say fuck Star Trek, but.
They took it literally.
Screw Star Trek.
They took it literally too. Now look, I don't even have words. I honestly don't. I'm just looking at this like this is where they went with this.
So this
is where they boldly went.
They boldly went into the black hole. So this is an unsolicited opinion. Somebody said, "I can't believe this is from Star Trek." Shut the F up, know nothing. Sex and sexuality have been an integral part of Trek since fucking forever. Get the fuck over yourself. Claiming to be a Trek fan but upset over nudity. Were you actually paying attention to the entire franchise? No, you weren't.
So basically, you're not allowed to, you have to like it because they said so. Because they're personally offended that you don't like this. I'd be more impressed if they, you know, could not use the word fuck. But then I use it all the time too, so I can't say anything.
I'm out. Like, I was never in.
I was never in, so it's all good.
But this isn't doing anything.
Sure as hell I'm not going in now.
Show, yeah.
People were comparing it to Rick and Morty. I think that's kind of like an insult to Rick and Morty, but that's just me.
Well, even before this, I looked at it, I'm like, this is some goofball shit. Like, this is not Star Trek. You know, this is Star Trek fan fiction.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, it always struck me as
Trek.
fan fiction, but apparently it's not.
People have been saying that the Orville is more faithful to Star Trek than actual Star Trek.
I think we already got that. After Picard came...
No!
You know what I mean.
So that's how it ended.
After that, I think everybody kind of knew where it was going, and people are just like, I think they're just so damn tired of it.
After Picard came, we were all finished.
That's right. That's pretty much it. I mean, look, Star Trek did always kind of lean into sexuality a bit and stuff. So, I mean, I I have no problem
Riker
with
and
it.
Kirk, I mean,
When
yeah.
it's done-
Not together, but I'm sure
when
they'll do that at
it's
some
done
point,
well,
too.
but then there's like a line, and they just went past that line.
I mean, they had, speaking of which, like Troy's family, they did the naked wedding, but it was always like shoulders up.
Uh-huh.
We didn't have, please look at my genitalia, with this sphincter I thee wed.
Don't know what kind of ring you use in that kind of ceremony.
Yeah.
I've seen enough.
Okay, so the guy running the show was part of Rick and Morty's creative team.
Oh, that makes total sense.
So much sense.
Okay, I get it now.
For every criticism Lower Decks received from the taint-tastic image seen above, however, it seemingly also earned just as much support.
I don't see as much support as I see complaints, but okay then.
Naked people on TV. Future Trekkies will be like, these are the 4 most iconic scenes in Star Trek. Yep, and
No.
nope. Nope. Oh my God. So there you go, guys. I have, again, zero interest in the show. I saw this floating around Twitter. I'm like, hell no. But then, again, it's just another franchise that, like, I've just completely dipped out of. I don't care. If you like it, if you want, cartoon junk in your Star Trek, that's completely up to you.
I just don't understand what these people's fascinations with cartoons and sex is. I really don't get it. It's like I don't have words.
There is a lot of obsession with cartoon characters and the sexuality of cartoon characters, and it's kind of freaking weird.
It's basically like now they get the fan fiction people just coming in and taking everything over.
No, that's exactly what's going on. Basically, the fanfic writers who were hanging out on LiveJournal and Tumblr are now running these shows in a lot of cases.
Well, I'm glad I don't watch it. I'm glad I gave up on a long time ago, or I'd be a lot more offended. Now I just think it's like, I just shake my head like, okay. I'm not even surprised anymore. What does that tell you?
I've said this before at a couple other videos. I said, the state of these, classic IP at this point, like, you could tell me that Luke Skywalker was a black lesbian in a wheelchair and that was canon now, and I'd be like, yep, that tracks.
Probably.
Totally tracks.
You know where this isn't going to get put up? China.
China doesn't want your Star Trek.
Not this.
Not this one. Space is the final straw, the final frontier for China. Not going to happen. All right. Are we going to wrap this up?
God, please.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.